The year is 2026, and Volkswagen has done something that feels both daring and nostalgic, reviving the legendary Karmann Ghia. First introduced in 1955, the original Karmann Ghia was a fusion of Italian design and German engineering, a graceful coupe and convertible that captivated enthusiasts for decades. Now, over 70 years later, Volkswagen reimagines this timeless beauty for the modern age, bringing back the soul of the classic with cutting-edge technology and 21st century flair. As the automotive world shifts rapidly toward electrification, heritage models like the Karmann Ghia remind us that driving is not just about getting from point A to point B, it's about passion, style, and emotional connection. The 2026 VW Karmann Ghia represents exactly that. A car designed not only to perform, but to stir something within its driver. A modern interpretation of a classic design. One of the most defining features of the original Ghia was its sculpted curves and artistic presence. The 2026 version honors that silhouette, but with a modern twist. The design team, working closely with Karmann's historic design philosophy, has crafted a sleek coupe that blends retro charm with futuristic detail. The front end carries smooth LED headlights reminiscent of the rounded lamps from the 1950s model, while the body maintains flowing lines that emphasize elegance over aggression. Chrome accents, subtle but deliberate, add a vintage nod without feeling outdated. The car sits lower than most modern coupes, with a wide stance that hints at its sporting intentions. Yet its overall appearance remains graceful and approachable. For many, the Ghia was never about raw performance. It was about style. Volkswagen captures that essence while ensuring the 2026 model doesn't just look the part but drives with confidence and modern sophistication. Electrification with character. Underneath the beautifully sculpted exterior lies Volkswagen's advanced MEB Plus electric platform, the same architecture underpinning the latest ID family vehicles. But here it's been tuned with personality. The 2026 VW Karmann Ghia comes with a dual-motor AWD setup delivering 340 horsepower, giving it brisk acceleration while remaining smooth and refined. For purists, a single-motor RWD option is also available, paying homage to the rear-driven roots of the classic Beetle-based Ghia. Range anxiety won't be an issue, thanks to the improved 85 kWh battery pack. The coupe achieves up to 370 miles WLTP on a single charge. DC fast charging at up to 250 kWh allows the battery to replenish from 10% to 80% in under 20 minutes, keeping the car as practical as it is stylish. But perhaps the most charming feature is Volkswagen's inclusion of a heritage drive mode. Flip the switch, and the car modifies its torque. Delivery and artificial sound design to mimic the playful, light-hearted character of the old air-cooled flat 4. It's not about tricking drivers. It's about evoking nostalgia in a modern way. Performance figures are one thing, but what makes the 2026 VW Karmann Ghia truly stand out is how it feels to drive. This isn't a brute force sports car trying to dominate tracks or chase lap records. Instead, it's a refined coupe that blends agility with charm. The steering is sharp but not twitchy, tuned to give feedback that reminds drivers of a lighter, more analog era. Acceleration is brisk, 0 to 60 mph in just 4.7 seconds for the dual-motor variant. But the Ghia's real magic is in its fluid handling and effortless cruising. With adaptive suspension that automatically adjusts to road conditions, the car delivers comfort on city streets while tightening up on winding back roads. Engineers work to give it a playful, almost dance-like quality, allowing the driver to feel connected without being overwhelmed. Noise insulation is excellent, but for those who want more connection, Volkswagen offers customizable artificial sound profiles. Whether it's the near-silent hum of modern EVs, a futuristic sci-fi tone, or the nostalgic thrum of a classic air-cooled boxer, drivers can tailor the soundscape to match their mood. Technology that enhances, not distracts. In today's world, technology can sometimes overpower the driving experience. The 2026 Karmann Ghia carefully avoids that trap. Yes, it comes loaded with modern conveniences, over-the-air updates, an advanced driver assistance suite, augmented reality navigation, projected onto the windshield, but these features are designed to stay in the background. The digital cockpit is fully customizable, offering drivers the choice between modern layouts or retro-inspired dials that mimic the analog gauges of the original. Volkswagen even includes an analog mode, which reduces digital clutter and leaves only essential driving Information visible, perfect for purists who want to enjoy the road without distractions. Heritage and exclusivity. Volkswagen knows the Karmann Ghia carries a legacy, so the 2026 revival is treated with the respect it deserves. Production numbers will be limited, ensuring exclusivity. Special heritage editions will feature color schemes inspired by the 1950s and 1960s. Models, pastel blues, creamy whites, and deep reds paired with chrome detailing. These touches remind enthusiasts of the timeless elegance that made the Ghia iconic in the first place. At the same time, Volkswagen isn't shy about making the Ghia relevant for today's audience. Young buyers searching for something stylish and different from mainstream. EVs will see the coupe as more than a car. It's a statement piece. A modern classic ready for a new generation. A symbol of what cars can still be. The automotive industry is in transition, and many enthusiasts fear the emotional side of driving will be lost in the age of electrification. The 2026 VW Karmann Ghia proves otherwise. By blending heritage design, modern performance, and sustainable innovation, Volkswagen demonstrates that the spirit of motoring, beauty, feu,